Yeah. Better days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown, cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, that's when they out it. Your own blood. Ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win, we know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry, can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul bony. But you gon' work and you gon' strive, do what it takes to survive. What is truth, what is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake, they don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise, keep that between you and I. You realize, some people you gon' let go, you visualize. The things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. From wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life.
Okay, that's enough of that. Forget that song. We ready to get to these debaters, man. Where was I at? Okay, welcome back, Titan family. The main event has wrapped. The dust is settling. And now it's time for what many of you came here for, the war room. This is where we slow the pace, turn up the scrutiny, and break down everything we just witnessed in the debate between Taz and Xion. Tonight, we're diving into the punches that landed, the arguments that slipped, the strategies that surprised us, and the moments that might have changed the direction of the entire showdown. We're talking logic, structure, missed opportunities, strong points, weak points, all of it. Taz brought the historical fire and the black first perspective. Xion brought the legal framework, the cultural grounding, and the spiritual discipline. Now that the battle is over, we get to unpack what happened when those two worlds collided. Taz, Xion, how y'all feeling?
Right as rain, baby.
Right as rain. You know what? I'm going to start the questions with, I'll ask a few questions while we wait on a few other people to get up here. We just had Suave Boss hit the channel. How you feeling, Suave?
Good. You know, StreamYard, Black Power, man. Shout out to you, man. Great job to the debaters. Thanks everybody for attendance, man. This is the Coliseum.
That's what's up. Where Wall Street Willie at, man? Tell him get up here, man. Nisha Shiraz, get up here, man. I want y'all questions and comments, man. We're gonna see my first question.
All I gotta say is Link Gate.
Link Gate. Oh, I was gatekeeping the link. Man, I swear I shared it 3 times, man. I want the viewers too, bro. I swear I do. That if I made a mistake, I messed myself up. I'm the only one who
No,
heard it.
man. Shout out to the chat, man. The chat never loses.
Yeah, the chat never. I'm about to stop reading as a host because they was getting to me. I start responding to people like, all
I
right,
see he came with his minion. I see he came with his minions. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? He got the cult of personality in the chat. It's all gravy. You know what I'm saying?
It's-
How you arguing against me, B?
Taz definitely had the chat rocking, man. Shout out Taz. Shout out all the Taz's supporters who tuned in. I appreciate y'all. Shout out all of y'all who hit that subscribe when y'all came over. Y'all are the real MVP. Question 1. How do you feel? And this one's for, I'll start with Taz. Question 1, since Xion had the affirmative. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
Yeah, okay. So, I settled the link thing right now. You ain't got a wrench in my chat, so it didn't appear. You can drop it anytime.
Thank
It
you.
ain't gonna show. I got no wrench. I got to get you a wrench. Okay,
Told
so
y'all I dropped it.
As far as the debate, though, check it out, though. Goat Gang ain't no minions, though. Check this out. They just saw me wise, dude. See what I'm saying? And there's no question of it. And so, I mean, I hear you, and you understand why you would look at the chat and think like, damn, we got a lot of support. But it's also there because people like you make terrible arguments and they're easy to run through.
Xion, same
Yeah,
question.
man. Come on now. I even seen one of them say, "You know, I got you." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, big. So a lot of those cats came from your page, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really worried about it. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The reality of the situation is that you cannot, you know what I'm saying, dismiss the contributions that were beneficial, you know what I'm saying, to us as a people with what they had with they dealt with. The cards they were dealt with was religious, it had Christianity overtones, and it became something greater. And that is the freaking whole entire point of my discussion. Not to say that there wasn't some bad apples in the daggone barrel. However, you know what I'm saying? Overall, you know what I'm saying? What led to this point is what we had. You had a fantastical belief of what should have been, not considering the cultural reality of the time. And that is the problem.
And same question for you, Xion. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
Well, I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't crash out, which is my staple, but I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Because I was confident in my argumentation that there's nothing else that you can say to disprove that these things did not lead to a better, you know what I'm saying, a better now, a better today.
Next question, Taz. Did the debate go the way you expected it to?
Yep. Yep, exactly how I expected. I mean, again, I don't think he understands the framework for the argumentation of the Black Messiah in the 1920s and 30s. He's trying to limit that understanding by simply pointing at successes, not understanding that contextually. If we start and that as the foundation, everything that comes out of that negatively, you know what I'm saying? That's just not going to work to your benefit. And so this is why, again, I was able to bring the debate up to 2025 with my argumentation versus his, kind of stopping at 1969 with the death of Fred Hampton and then bring a movie to us. A movie. Imagine that.
Let's go. Let's go. Same question for you, Xion. Did the debate go the way you expected it to?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I knew there was going to be false premises and over generalizations. You know what I'm saying? I knew that there was going to always be this cast of negative, you know what I'm saying, without considering. Now, I never ever posed the idea that there were not negatives, because in any social group, you're going to have, you know what I'm saying, negatives. Human beings are going to have the human condition attached to whatever they do. And in the interim, to say the title was it beneficial does not remove the fact that there was some negativity. However, the overall benefits is what I was focused on, and so that's why my argument came from a position of the successes, because without the successes, you know what I'm saying, my argument would fail. But because there was successes, my argument actually wins. And I don't care what the audience wants to say about it, because they like it. They cult the personality. They Messiah.
Hey, sound confident, sound confident. Taz, was there a moment in the debate where you felt like you had full control of the conversation? Hold on, did I read
Yeah,
that right? Hold on. I think I read that wrong. Was there a moment you felt you had full control of the discussion?
yeah, I would say from his intro, again,
Mm.
his argument doesn't have the range. You know what I'm saying? Again, it jumps as if there's no actions that lead to negative outcomes in the 40s and 50s. We can't just leave the fact of the 40s and 50s out and jump straight to the 60s. And I think, that was the framework of his argumentation from the beginning. And so again, I wanted to show not just the literal example of like a Haile Selassie and how people are looking at that as the possibility of following a black leader, but even later when it was more just the metaphorical version of a Messiah, it's still a question of, do we want our people following individuals who could later dupe them and use them for their own benefit? And I showed that.
Same question for you, Zion. Was there ever a moment where you felt like you had full control of the discussion?
From point A to point B, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, he makes these, like I said, they're broad generalizations, you know what I'm saying, regarding, he said in the 1940s and 1950s was the civil rights movement. I clearly brought up that was clearly showing a delineation of this movement and its transformation all the way to the Black Power movement. You know what I'm saying? I was very clear about that. All I had to do was show from the 1920s and 1930s, then to civil rights, you know what I'm saying? Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and then to Fred Hampton. You know what I'm saying? The reason I brought the movie up was because it is a reflection of how we view that situation now in this time. And so again, in the chronology, dealing with something that is modern, talking about the situation, right? Talking about the subject matter and the topic at hand, which is the framework, okay? From 1960s to 1970s and to present. What are the rippling effects? These were positive imagery, and that was the psychology. I didn't end off talking about a movie. I ended off talking about psychology, the psychology of imagery and self-imagery. That's what I ended off with, and that was empirical.
You
Right,
want to respond to that?
But then because we have to acknowledge that you talked about the psychological effect of imagery, and then I showed the actual image: Black people joining cults, Black people following these religions, Black people being all over the place, as opposed to standing on one ideology of Black nationalism that you're somehow claiming came out of this movement. It didn't happen.
Okay. Next question. I'm gonna go with Zion again on this one. I'm gonna double up on him, and then we'll ask Taz the same thing. What was the toughest point your opponent made tonight?
The toughest point, I mean, he just drilled one aspect, and that's the whole thing. If you're going to maintain the fallacy, you know what I'm saying, the fallacy argument, it makes it hasty. If you're going to continue to drill the overgeneralization, no matter how many times I repeat myself to clarify this thing in multiple ways with multiple different examples, you know what I'm saying, of why that is a fallacy argument. The guilty by association tactic. All of these are fallacies, and if he can drill that, you know what I'm saying, drill that in, you know what I'm saying, I suppose the masses will fall for it. But the fact of the matter is, you know what I'm saying, what does Mega Evans have to do with the price of can of beans? But so the discrediting the whole by linking it to its worst representatives. You know what I'm saying? You could say that about hip hop. You could say that about a lot of things in Black culture. We do, but all humans have that. The human condition cannot be evaded. You know You know what I'm saying? All we can do is see it take, like I said, take the meat and leave the bones. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we are going through an evolutionary process mentally and socially through identity. Black identity is a very important aspect that we have been contemplating since the 1920s and the New Negro. So to sit here and act like these contributions, just because they had negatives, which are part of being human, you know what I'm saying, did not have benefits, is to discredit our ancestors' intelligence entirely. And that's the part that I have to continue to drill, you know what I'm saying, against a fallacy argument. Fallacies of equivocation.
Same question for you, Taz. What was the toughest point your opponent made tonight?
Okay, so check this out. So shout out to the GOAT, Medgar Evers. You know what I'm saying? He certainly would fit under the paradigm of a Black Messiah according to the way he views it, but the J. Edgar Hoover in him didn't even catch the point. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to who's that Empress Kia who made the point. You know what I'm saying? J. Edgar Hoover would have labeled Medgar Evers a Black Messiah, certainly, but you don't view him that way, which I would attribute to that movie, as opposed to having a true understanding of the conversation we had. Now, to answer your question, the best point that he made, or what was it? Specifically,
Yeah. What was the toughest point your opponent made tonight?
The toughest point. Okay, so glancing through my notes here, a lot of this is just easily refuted. I guess the toughest point would be try to argue against blackface Jesus, right? When he says blackface Jesus validated Black people, you know what I'm saying? I can somewhat agree with that. It's hard to deal with that point when I'm arguing that that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tough point to deal with when he says Black people were validated by a Jesus that was painted black inside of Marcus Garvey's church. Oh, shit, man, this shit was a fucking cakewalk.
Okay, next question. Actually, Suave, you're sitting down here. Did you have any questions that you wanted to ask before I go through this list?
Oh. Yeah, man. Would you debate this again, or if you had the chance to debate it again, what would you tighten up on?
I would debate the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? I would debate the other side of it because he did a piss poor job of doing that. I wouldn't do anything differently. I mean, because he, as the affirmative, never established beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So, I got an understanding of debating what beneficial would mean, but he never established that. He just allowed me to establish what beneficial was, and I took the easy route of it because he's arguing against me, even in laying out his original premise. He's talking to me as opposed to laying out what he's supposed to be laying out. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, if anything, I would take the opposite side of it because this is too easy.
Black power. And same question to you, Brother Zion. Would you take this debate again? And
absolutely, you know what I'm
saying?
If
you would, like, what would you tighten up on to make your argument more stronger?
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel as strongly about my argument as he does. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was a cakewalk as well. From my perspective, I think that the main issue that I would have to tighten up on is, pointing out, continuously and perpetually pointing out the fallacy as he was perpetually arguing the fallacy, in favor of the fallacy. He's conjoining, two things and only focusing on the negative. I'm focusing on the affirmative. I'm the affirmative, which is fine. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to argue your case, and just like my brother said, he could argue the other side as well. To say I did a piss poor job is actually self-adulation, in it of itself. And it's basically a minimizing tactic, which is what cult people do. Cult people minimize the other person's argument. I don't have to minimize my brother's argument to say that, I believe that my argument was stronger than his based on the facts. The facts of the matter is that without these movements, we would not have gotten here The evidence is where we are now, even having this conversation and challenging the ideas of those times was due to the contributions of our Black martyrs. Now, you know what I'm saying? We can add Mega Evers in there if you're looking at it from that perspective. I was looking at it from more of a perspective of somebody who was a charismatic leader, but his death was effectual. You know what I'm saying? His martyrdom was effectual in the rise of, you know what I'm saying, of our empowerment and our community defense, our taking our own lives seriously and facing against, you know what I'm saying, white supremacy, you know what I'm saying, and white oppression systemically.
Shout out to you. The debate over. You can relax. You know, just shout out to you though.
Yeah.
Great answer. No, I'm poking fun, but great answer. And then one more question. I'll start with Taz. So seeing how I would debate it, like, what is your headshot to the argument that if it wasn't for religion, if it wasn't for the obsession of a Black Messiah, if it wasn't for that hope, that dream of a supernatural being brought into a logical, real person, that none of our movements would have been sparked. Like, we went into the Black church and you know, we lied about going to study the Bible. We went in there and started putting out maps, started making plans. You know, like, if it wasn't for us being able to congregate in the Black church, especially when it was illegal for us to congregate anywhere else, like, what is your argument that murders that? Because that's like impenetrable.
Jim Jones and the People's Temple. I mean, again, when I can show you the man who was able to take a 70% congregation and have them off themselves because he studied under the theology of these people who not only you're calling Black Messiahs, but the man who wrote the Black Messiah book himself, right? The man who the movie is based on. This is who Jim Jones studied in order to create his church of Black people, his congregation that he took to Guyana and had them, you know what I'm saying, follow him and whatnot. When it transfers outside of the Black community and even a white person could do it, you know, that's problematic. And so again, I don't think you can get around that point.
Understood. And then I'll revise the question, and then I'll pass the mic. I'll revise the question to Xion. Well, what do you say to the point that if it wasn't for our obsession with religion, if it wasn't for us depending on hope and faith in something that obviously has been like debunked, like, we would have been got over the oppression that we was. The only thing that stagnated or prolonged our oppression is us donating our money to the church instead of to research, you know, being more of a pastor or, you know, a sheep in a shepherd's flock instead of engineers and, you know, educated people that actually move civilization and going against the stereotypes of Black people. Like, because that argument there is impenetrable. Like, if it wasn't for believing in God, we would have known what we could depend on, and that is our people. And then just to clip to it, every time people do rise up in the Black community outside of the principle of religion, we get forced a religious leader that comes in like Black Lives Matter, take all of the funding and attention, and then put us right back on the front pew to die.
That was a good question, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that is a hurdle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With all due honesty, you know what I'm saying? It is a hurdle that, but I said it. I said that, you know, basically that the presence of distortion proves the power of the original idea. Right. So you just, you know, you posed and suggested the idea that that the Black church was places where people could congregate and do things under the guise of the religion in order to effectually move our people. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that everybody had to be religious. Doesn't mean that everybody, but we had to have community organizations and structures in order for us to even, you know what I'm saying, congregate in secrecy to make action, to take action. You know what I'm saying? And so these places were institutions hidden under the guise. He says something about Jim Jones, but if you actually watch the videos, I've studied Jim Jones quite a bit because I'm also called the cult killer. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my slogans. I destroy cults. So I am totally with him when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the negative aspects of Messiah complex, you know what I'm saying, leadership. However, you know what I'm saying? You don't, like I said, you don't throw the baby out with the bath water. Just because there was some negative effects does not mean that there weren't positive effects, and that the positive effects weren't outlasting. And so, you know what I'm saying, the original idea, because only powerful ideas attract imitators. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually watch the Jim Jones videos, he has white Jesus in there, and then Negroes. You're always gonna have those Negroes, bro. You're always gonna have them, man. I can't fix that.
I appreciate you, bro. I just want to say thank you to both debaters, man, for entertaining us. Shout out to A1 for being such a great host. Strength and clarity, the mind to the judges. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And salute to the Queen, Nyla, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and support all platforms associated. It's your boy
Hey. And real quick, ladies and gentlemen, Titan family, hold on, because we have two surprise guests stepping into the building today. First, a voice known for sharp insight, bold conviction, and a presence that always shifts the temperature in the room. Please welcome Emmanuel Halawaya, a thinker, a strategist, and a mind that brings clarity where confusion tries to stand. When he speaks, people stop, rewind, and rethink everything they thought they knew. Emmanuel, welcome to the show. Let's get into it. Did you have any questions for any of these two?
Peace. I don't really have any questions necessarily, man. I will make a statement and say both of these brothers, they did a great job. From my perspective, it was a great debate. I know the judges are gonna have a hard time. I definitely would have to agree with Brother Zion, just because I personally don't see a lot of us taking our own messiahs down. I always see like systematic angles that get brought out, and then, you know, we go down the drain like they want us to every time I see it systematic. But that's just my opinion. I actually think the brother Black YouTube did a great job. So
Hey, that's what's up. Appreciate you pulling up. And we also have joining the panel as well, someone whose name carries its own weight, Honey Clark, a voice rooted in experience, authenticity, and straight to the point wisdom. Honey brings balance, perspective, and that grounded energy that keeps conversations honest and sharp. Honey, glad to have you here today. Did you have any questions for either of these two?
Not really. Oh, well, I want to introduce myself. Hi, 'cause I'm gonna be like the next person one of y'all is debating in this tournament. Uh, so hey, but I've watched Taz for a long time debate, and I know Zion as well. But I did have I think it was a great debate. The only I think that Taz kind of edged on you, Zion, because he effectively made it look like this whole movement didn't it wasn't one-sided, right? So he was like, yeah, you had some that worked out, but you had a whole lot that didn't, and a whole lot that killed people, and a whole lot that, this thought process of Black Messiah isn't always good or something like that. So I kind of feel like you didn't push back at all of those things enough for me. But as far as the debate part, I think that you both did well.
Thank you.
But
I
that was
appreciate you, honey. I appreciate you. Can I reply to my sis? Whom I
Say
love
that
so
again.
much?
well, you know.
I said, can I reply to my sis whom I love so much?
Of course, of course.
So I did, sis. I repeated that you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I addressed the messianic complexes. I could have got a little bit deeper into how I said, these are Black Judases, and a lot of them were ops that were sent into our community to create. I believe that Dr. York was COINTELPRO. I believe that Yahweh ben Yahweh was COINTELPRO. You know what I'm saying? One of the ways that they undermine and destabilize our movements, you know what I'm saying, especially if it's a movement that is of value, they're going to focus on it, and they're going to put in people to promote false propaganda, who are going to take advantage of the community to create distrust. You know what I'm saying? They've done the propaganda, and then the good leaders, they always propagate negative ideas. I can go from Patrice Lumumba all the way down the line. So to say that there wasn't going to be this negative effect, that this is something that is good, the powers that be are going to exact their strategic, you know what I'm saying, movements to try to undermine it. I think I was pretty clear about it, you know, but if I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, I apologize.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a few more questions. Looking back, well, you know what? Swab already asked that one.
Did I? Which one was it? Let me know. Let me know.
I was gonna say, looking back, is there anything you would have done differently? You asked it in a different way. You
Yeah,
asked them if they would take the debate again, and if they did, what would they tighten up? So
It's judged later. We don't never
Kinda
know
same.
who won over there. Yeah, shout out to you. And I don't know if the situation is still the same, but man, hit up A1 and see how you can support the league, man. Like as far as judging or anything, you know.
I definitely got 2 new judges signed up this week, so hopefully some of this stuff can move a little faster. I still don't like the same night judging.
I got a
Sometimes
question.
judges aren't experts on
No, me neither.
the
Me
topics, and they want to look into some of these things. They want to
Me
fact check some
neither.
of
I
these
like
things.
when the judges go and do their thing and come back, you know.
Yeah. So
But
that's one
even
reason
with
I'm just
the
never,
argument,
ever going to do it the
I
same
feel
night.
much more comfortable with it because it's like they took time to really consider.
But
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like
but
that.
keep it within the argument of the debaters.
Yes.
Don't add your own information. If they didn't bring it, it don't work.
Right.
Big facts. Big facts.
I got a
How long-
question for
How
Zion.
long does it take the judges to judge the debate?
I tell them to try to have it back in 48 hours, but it's really been taking about 72 to 4 days.
It's good, man. Like, I mean, if like even in court, like if the jury come back in 2 hours, you know somebody lost bad.
Yeah, and it's funny because the judge I'm waiting on Swabs made it halfway through, and I talked to him yesterday.
He tell you that,
and he said it was, and he said the same thing, like, bro, this is close.
Listen. Yeah, the lawyers will tell you that shit. If you know what I'm saying, listen, if the jury come back quick, you know what I'm saying, we are effed. You know what I'm saying? We have to start working on your appeal.
Yeah, and the first judge didn't feel like it was as close, and his came back way faster. So you're right on that. Well, at least statistics show from what I've been looking at. Next question. Oh no, I'm sorry. Emmanuel was trying to get in. You had a question, Emmanuel?
Yeah, he said he had a question for me.
Yeah, I was just kind of like thinking for the parts that I was paying attention to from Zion. He was bringing out a lot of good points. I just think as far as the topic, if you think you could give like 3 clear benefits, like just if you can give 3 clear benefits.
Okay, so
I mean, especially since you did it.
So one of the benefits is the immortalization of our freedom fighters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They gave our lives, they gave their lives to the cause. They instilled galvanization within us to even to this day, even though, some things are getting a little bit weaker, but still, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, cats like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, we cannot ignore their contribution. They were a part of this, and they were very much embodied that title. You understand what I'm saying? Fred Hampton, the Black Panthers, the Move Association, even though people said Conquest says that they were doing some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying, too. But the contributions that they made to how we view ourselves, and like nowadays we say, you know what I'm saying, we ain't our ancestors.
Bro,
right?
what's the other 2 benefits, bro?
Huh?
What's the other 2 benefits? Because that ain't a benefit.
So here's another benefit is the music. And so during that time period, the 1920s, you know what I'm saying, you had this influx of information like we're doing now. That it was what sparked rise to the Harlem Renaissance. The Harlem Renaissance was a baby birth of the beginnings of this Black Messiah movement. And then coming into the 1950s, you know what I'm saying, music also began to have freedom and liberation within it, and within our artists, within our culture. We started having Black pride, Black dignity. We see later with James Brown. Hold on, brother. I was trying to answer this, brother. You over here trying to debate. Debate is over. I'm giving 3 points, right? I'm giving 3 points. The Renaissance.
What's number 2?
Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on. You don't have to work hard. You already had you got.
I already won. Since we're
here, you good, man. I'm trying to answer Emmanuel. I'm trying to answer Emmanuel, brother.
What's benefit number 2?
So benefit number 2 was the civil rights movement. Benefit number 3 was the Black pride, Black power movement, and then even the artistry and music and culture that came from that. Isaac Hayes and Earth, Wind, and Fire. All of these things are a part of our culture. If you was alive as long as I was alive, I knew the Black Messiah movement through the music. Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway. You're not going to tell me those things were not good to my people.
This is pathetic.
No, you're pathetic because I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Emmanuel, and you getting thirsty, man. Come on, B. We don't have to crash out, but if we want to crash out, we can do that.
Hey, man, welcome to the Post Debate Show.
He asked you for the benefits, and you were incapable of laying them out.
If you weren't scared, you would be silent and let me fucking bury myself. But because you know that I'm gonna say something real, because you know I'm gonna say something real. Even coming into this,
what's point 3 though? What's point 3?
Point 3 was the Black empowerment movement. So Black empowerment movement. I'm Black and I'm proud.
Let me get it.
Goddamn Gil Scott Heron, motherfucking Nina Simone, nigga, motherfucking. I can get some Stevie Wonder, nigga. I can go on the games on what the good parts are.
I wish he'd
have tried that. Listen to him. All I got to do is type a name in the motherfucking YouTube chat to get a little bit of that Black Messiah movement.
It's sad.
No, you sad, nigga. You
say Lena Horne?
You don't have nothing to prove that anything else would have benefited us. You don't have anything else to prove that it would have benefited us or gotten us further than we've gotten now. And that's the problem.
No, the problem is I actually showed you the detriments.
But you showed the detriment, but you didn't show no other option that they could have taken. There was no other option. There was no other option. Religion was a staple to that society at that time, especially Black culture.
Look where we are now.
What you're not going to do.
Is it a staple now? Is it a staple now? I mean, you already died, fam. So I mean, the thing is,
you died, man. You died and you don't know it yet.
Right.
We'll wait until the judges come in in 72
fam,
hours.
I have no doubt.
Wait until the judges come in in 72 hours.
Praying for the judge.
Hey, no, but serious question on Zion. Up to what year was it beneficial? When did it stop being beneficial? Because you obviously ran from the argument of the results of today.
When we started getting into the 80s, but so I wouldn't even say 80s.
The argument of today.
Can I answer the brother?
No, nigga.
He's asking me a question. Okay, all right, go ahead, flat gum.
So he's
go ahead and use your narcissistic motherfucking goddamn God complex and overtalk me when the brother was addressing me.
And this would be a negative, right?
And this is what I'm talking about. He want to sit here and talk about leaders, but he's behaving like one.
The negative
he's behaving like one. He is behaving like one.
I'm that negative
personality. The brother asked me a question. How about you have some decorum and let me answer the brother?
Go ahead.
Can you do that?
Because
the Bible says that a man who cannot bridle his tongue is a man whose religion is vain. Hallelujah. Lord, you funky heathen.
You know what I'm saying?
So, like I was saying, Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying? These things are reverberated into our culture, even into hip hop, Black Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying? There was a time period where Black music, even in hip hop, was positive. It still had that. You had cats like Poor Righteous Teachers. You had cats like all of this stuff was still embedded within our culture, and they were positive to us at that time. I don't know how old you are, my brother, but in 1990s, Chubb Rock jumped upon the scene with the mean and the pocket full of green.
Yeah, but when did it stop being beneficial is what I'm asking.
So when it stopped being beneficial is when when it slowly died off and what was replaced with it was gangster culture.
Right.
And that was propagated through our music
rap,
and our
hip-hop.
media. Yes.
But that's where we are now, right?
That's where we still are. We're stuck because there ain't no black Messiah.
That's why you lost. And that's why you lost.
No, that's why you lose, because you're not proving what you have not done. What you have evaded, my brother. What you have evaded is the fact that secularism, the thing that you thought that they should have did in the 1920s, now we're seeing it from the 1990s to 2020s, and it has not done us any benefit. It has caused us to be splintered.
Not the debate.
That is the fact. No, it's not the debate. It's the answer to the question that the brother just asked me. We're not debating anymore. The debate is over, bro. And you were outside the topic. Was past tense. So when I said was the Black Messiah movement beneficial, it didn't even have to include now, but I can still show the reverberations of the positive effects that it left on us all the way up into Tupac Shakur, nigga. I can do that all day.
Do you realize that Tupac?
You don't know what the hell you talking about, nigga. I know you want to hold your position. Yo, nervous chuckle. Yo, nervous chuckle.
Me. I'm still trying to ask the question. Do you realize Tupac died 30 years ago? Do you realize Tupac died? Do you realize Tupac died 30 years ago?
Excuse me?
Do you realize Tupac died 30 years ago? I showed you
certain things about Tupac still resonates. It still resonates to say that just because he died a certain amount of 30 some odd years ago, that his legacy does not continue is a fucking farce.
Is he gonna rise again?
No, he doesn't have to.
How is
Somebody else will rise in his place, maybe 2 or 3 heads. You know what I'm saying?
Rise in this place.
I need Tupac to rise again, man.
So did anybody rise in his place yet?
You're whack, bro. You're whack.
Wait, did anybody rise in his place yet? I'm just trying to follow your logic.
Oh man, so many have.
Like who? Like who?
We'll sit here and act like there are
King Von. King
Von. Is King Von Pac reincarnated?
Nah, B.
And then he passed away and transferred it over, and now
none of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, those aren't the black.
We have yet to see. You know what I'm saying?
Those aren't
yet to come. And I believe in my people. Unlike you, I believe in my people that in music and in culture that we are going to change the tide. I believe in my people. I believe in my black, powerful people that we have the ability to change the tide, just like we did in 1920, 1940s and 50s, 1960s and 70s. We had the power to do it, and we're still going to do it.
Hey,
that's what I believe.
Nobody want to hear that.
I believe in my people, B. I believe in my people.
Hey, people want to hear the truth, man.
Yo babies, yo children, you know what I'm saying? My brother Suave's children, you know what I'm saying? My people in the audience, yo children could be the next leader.
I go to my own stream and talk about how dumb this nigga is. Like,
yeah, you gotta let him get a word in, Zion. Let him get a word in.
That's called tainting the well, and that's what scared niggas do. That's what scared ass niggas do.
Zion, you're not letting him speak. I don't know if that's why he said it, but
he didn't stop him when he was cutting me off when homeboy asked me a question.
Crazy, bro. I'm asking you a question based on what you're saying, though. Like
he was asking me a question, and I was answering him.
It's me and you. Are you done yet?
I guess the gloves is off.
Are you done yet?
Go ahead, nigga.
Right. So the question is, did King Von or Lil Durk rise as the
niggas? That shit ain't got nothing. Objection relevance.
I know.
Objection relevance.
So you
can't. Ain't got nothing to do with the beans in Botswana, nigga.
So you can't define. Well, I'm trying to figure out how we get to a black Messiah. Because like
it's not about one person, bro. I clearly explained that.
I know.
I clearly explained that it wasn't about.
Real quick, I'm going to go to a word from our sponsors. Maybe we could ice water on this fire, so that way we can get some corn back in here.
Get off me, nigga!
Somebody better tell you how to operate like this, bro.
Ice water on this fire. I got y'all.
In every debate,
There's power, passion, and purpose. Titans Debate League isn't just a podcast, it's a movement, a place where big ideas collide and voices that matter are heard. But to keep this arena alive, we need you in our corner. Your support through Cash App isn't just a donation, it's an investment in truth, in dialogue, and in community. Every dollar helps us bring sharper debates, stronger guests, and bigger opportunities for growth. And here's the best part. When you give, you're not just supporting us. You're standing tall as part of the Titan family. We see you, we value you, and we appreciate you. So if you've ever felt inspired, challenged, or entertained by what we do, show some love and send your support to $Titans Debate League at Cash App today. Again, that's $Titans Debate League at Cash App today. Together, let's keep this debate alive, keep the fire burning, and keep the Titans rising. Have a blessed day.
Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the Titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the garden. Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the Titans. Hear the sound.
All right, back to you, gentlemen.
So what you say, nigga?
Yeah, funny.
Just like I say,
What
man,
you say, nigga?
you know, we're dealing with low-level arguments when asked the benefits.
Man, come on, don't do that to me, D. Don't
Right,
do
yeah.
that.
So when asked the benefit, he named three things. He said immortalization
That's
of
what he
our
asked me for.
fighters.
He asked me for 3 items.
Zion, he talking.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
know.
Oh, shut your fucking mouth.
Can we Zion? There's people in the crowd though. They want to hear you, and then they want to hear him.
My bad.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead, nigga.
For real. Like, let me make my point first, then try to debunk it. Weak ass nigga. So
right,
like I said, long before some fucking black messiah bullshit you talking about, black people were already immortalizing our leaders. Let's take Martin Delaney, for example. The reason why we know about him was because of the work he did and the work he put in long before some motherfucking 1920s or 30s. So how dare you make the argument that my people weren't immortalizing freedom fighters until after the Black Messiah movement? You don't intellectually know what you fucking with, which is why I don't even know why we gotta wait for no judges. The nigga got washed, now wash him again on this.
Hey, shout out to the judges. Hey, Zion, I asked you though, man, why wasn't there no female black messiahs?
Oh, there were. Oh my God, I didn't even get to that.
I know, nigga.
God,
That's my point. That's my point. You had 12 minutes and then 12 minutes for a second
There were
premise,
female messiahs.
and not one female messiah popped up in your premise, bro.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Angela Davis, even though, you know, she kind of went to the feminist thing later on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. But yes, you know what I'm saying? Asada Shakur, you know what I'm saying? One of my mentors was a
Why wasn't none of them
female.
in your premise? And when I asked you, how would you tighten up your argument? You didn't say I wasn't.
Pardon self. I was in my alpha male mind, and I wasn't thinking about that. But
I gotta
question,
respect
my brother.
that.
Yeah, I
Bro, you
apologize
tired of that
for
shit.
leaving out the
You
black
tired of that shit.
messianic women, the liberators. Now, what this
I
brother just
enjoy
did
that
is prove my point goes even further than the 1920s and 1930s. But I only wanted to focus on the 1920s and the 1930s because of the new Negro. This is when it was becoming more definitive that later on led to what we see in the 1960s, 1950s, 1960s, going into 1970s. So what the brother is trying to do, and that's fine. He has to taint the jury pool. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't have to do that because at the end of the day, the evidence is still clear that these things were beneficial more so than they were not. They didn't have anything else to play with. Okay, and so what they did is they took what they had. You talking about going back further to Delaney and the whole nine, they still were immortalized, which is the very definition from a symbolic standpoint, which is what my argument was all about technically, going from the religious to the symbolic, the metaphoric. You know what I'm saying? It still proves my point. Thank you, sir, for substantiating my case.
So the only way Assata Shakur becomes a Black Messiah is if we're using J. Edgar Hoover's framing of what a Black Messiah is. And the reason I'm saying that again is because Assata Shakur is not tied to no fucking church, no religion.
You're cutting out, Taz.
Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Hello? You can't hear me?
You back now. You back now.
I hear you.
No, you got to start that all over.
No, I heard him loud, but he can do it.
You chopped up like a DJ Screw CD.
Go ahead. Yeah. Rewind and come again, but I heard him clearly.
So now the problem, cause Assata couldn't even return to this country. The only framing of her being a Messiah would be based around J. Edgar Hoover's framing. It wouldn't be based on a framing of anything that we would speak of biblically or spiritually or religious, which again is the foundation of this debate and the quote unquote Black Messiah movement. She don't fit the framing of that. Unless you're using J. Edgar Hoover.
You want me to go now or you're not done yet?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my response is bullshit, nigga. She was benevolent. She was benevolent. She had a program. See, my mentor, one of my mentors, you know what I'm saying, a Black woman by the name of Mother Jean Denver, God rest her soul. You know what I'm saying? She was a member of Assata Shakur's movement called a Sanity for Africans Now. Y'all look that up. Sanity for Africans Now was a movement that was started by Assata Shakur. She was very much engaged in the beneficial constructions of programs within the Black community. That's the part. That's the definition of the Messiah that I'm looking for. Not what you're posing.
Hoover's definition.
Hold on, brother. I'm not done.
Oh, I
didn't talk where you was going, bro. I fell back. I let you freaking goddamn have all your time, right? All your Krispy Kremes until you landed your plane. So let me do the same. So at the end of the day, what you're not going to do is sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying, I haven't established. I said that, you know what I'm saying, made sure I said that towards the end because most folks lose focus on what you said in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, only remember what you said in the end. So I stated it towards the end where the Messiah was, somebody who serves the people. It's not just about, you know what I'm saying, the religious context is what leads to the symbolic representation that is non-religious. And what we're not going to do is be linear thinkers and not understand abstractions of thought, like a remedial lane with a leather cap on in a short bus, right? We think deeply, and so we're going to consider the symbolisms, the things that measure up to what the title, what the mantle is explicit about. And that is serving the community, to heal the community, to benefit the community. Fuck all of that fucking goddamn what they did against her. What did she do to become considered a Black Messiah? What she did was galvanize, heal.
Facts. Now this is what I want you to understand. That's fucking J. Edgar Hoover, dumb motherfucker. That's why your stupid ass lost. That's J. Edgar Hoover. That's his foundation. That's his understanding. That's you pushing some white man's ideology of what a Black Messiah is to Black people. Again, and that's just the metaphorical version. Let's not forget that I laid out and outlined with the understanding of the literal version that brought my community into that stupid logic from the 20s and 30s. You're dumb. That's why I'm saying I don't even know why the fuck your stupid ass still talking instead of saying, I tried, nigga. You fucking lost. And this is why. You're pathetic, your arguments are remedial and slow, and you still ain't even caught on. Assata Shakur couldn't even come back to the United States. She's only a Messiah in terms of J. Edgar Hoover. If you talking about us looking at her as a Messiah, you're out of your fucking mind. We give her the credit of doing what she did, standing up for Black people, respecting what she did, and give her the praise that all the other ancestors get. You making these people into messiahs under J. Edgar Hoover's understanding. That's crazy, bruh. You still don't get it.
All right, that's bullshit, number one. I'm going, right? So first and foremost, the only person who's agreeing with J. Edgar Hoover is the one person who is using the context that he used to attack it in COINTELPRO. The context was that it was bad for Black people. They had to stick their foot in with their white savior complex. You're the one who's actually supporting their narrative. Even though we know that they feared it, they didn't explicitly say it like that. What they said was, this is going to be bad for Black people. You're the one who's actually spewing J. Edgar Hoover's shit. I'm the one who is supporting the thing that he feared the most. So what you're not going to do is twist the argument around because you might have a couple of remedial niggas in the crowd. I don't think that the crowd is stupid enough to fucking goddamn believe what the fuck you're saying because you just want to win with your fucking narcissistic God complex. But we can deal with that later. The reality is that what you cannot do is prove that any other circumstance would have led to a better outcome because there is none, nigga. So at the end of the fucking day, you are fantastical. You are believing in a utopian society of secularism when them niggas ain't even fucking goddamn shooting blacks, nigga. Niggas ain't even having babies or having marriages, but you want to argue about that all the time. I see why you got kicked off of YouTube, my dude. But it's okay. No fucking goddamn, no ass nigga.
Hey, on my life, dog. That nigga bodied that, dog.
You hear this shit? I bodied this soft ass nigga. Like I was saying again, so let me make you more mad. So again, the weak argument you just tried about Asada, let's take it in context. She had to leave because
Sorry.
labeled a Black Messiah. That's the reason she had to leave. You're so remedial that you don't even understand contextually what you're talking about. The only reason she's labeled an air quote terrorist is because J. Edgar Hoover labeled her a Black Messiah. So if you ask for an outcome outside of it, how about she doesn't accept or retain the label of a Black Messiah? Then maybe she wouldn't have been targeted. Then maybe she wouldn't have been part of the conversation.
All Black people are ready.
You're asking me for an outcome that's a possibility. I'm giving you a very logical one that you can't even shut the fuck up and listen through. And that's why I know already, fam, this is not smoke you can handle. You can't handle this shit, but you're weak in the mind. You really think you could just juxtapose Black movements beside each other and say, yep, this one got led to this one without showing it. You didn't show that, bro.
My brother, I know you trying hard to motherfucking taint the fucking well, and that's fine, my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna wait on the judges. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what you're doing is still a fallacy. It's still a fallacy.
When you lose
a fallacy of equivocation, my dude. So here's the deal. The fact that she couldn't come back, she sat in the motherfucking tropical island with motherfuckers playing conga drums and motherfucking Lukumi dances all around her. She still did not get captured. See, these are half full cup ass niggas and not motherfucking half fucking goddamn empty cup niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm a half full cup nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't come from that perspective. She sat on a tropical island for the rest of her days instead of becoming a motherfucking goddamn a prisoner of war like a lot of her brothers and sisters did, or dead, and still became a symbol of liberty all the way until she just passed away. I don't know her in Cuba. What the hell are you talking about, nigga? Sometimes you got the motherfucking goddamn, you know what I'm saying, remove yourself from warfare as a motherfucking king or queen. It's called the castle move, my nigga. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? So what we're not going to do is sit here and try to shame her because she had to leave. She left, and that was one of the best things she could do because she was never captured. And that is a beautiful thing from my perspective. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. So all of this little fucking goddamn minimizing tactics, all of that shit is cult shit. The very thing that you're trying to condemn and fucking goddamn overgeneralize and paint the whole picture with the same brushstroke with one big fat brush, you know what I'm saying, on some crayon shit instead of being on some Bob Ross shit, you ain't surgical with it. The fact of the matter is that the shit is not as simple as you want to make it. And that's the problem, my nigga. You're a simple-minded lineal thinker, a know-it-ain't-ass nigga who thinks that everything was bad except what I say, and I got my little motherfucking minions in the chat who gonna agree with me. Fuck you and your minions. Okay? At the end of the day, what you're not gonna do is minimize the divinity in that system. What you're not gonna do is minimize the divinity in the sacrifices of Fred Hampton. What you're not going to do is minimize the divinity of Martin Luther King. My face.
This is sad, bro. And I'm trying to let you get it all out.
Zion. Take a breath, Zion. Take a breath.
Like, yeah, let me make you more mad. Let me make you more mad.
Gaslighting shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna gaslight you some more.
Audiences. You're trying to gaslight when you know that you would still
argue the other.
What did he say? I will argue the other side because this nigga did a horrible job. How you gonna argue something you don't believe in? So you played yourself even when you said that. I'm done with you. You a fucking goddamn piece of shit.
You up here crashing out because you lost the debate. Now listen,
you lose the debate, bro. The judges ain't come in. Fuck your little minions, bro.
Oh, you well, see, listen, fam. Listen, so
you got a little 400, 500 followers after you fucking lost your page.
So look,
you a fucking goddamn know it ain't ass nigga.
So look, right. So this
shows your inability to socialize, nigga.
Right. So
that's a psychological problem. That's narcissism at its best.
Right.
Did you land your plane, Zion? Did you land your plane?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead,
Let me ask. So would you consider it a positive or a negative? Because it sounds like it's a negative to you that I have supporters. You're dumb, slow, remedial. Can't even understand what you.
My grades don't say that. My grades in motherfucking college don't say that. You got your GED, nigga.
You're not in college.
That's what I thought. Now, what are you talking about? I'm on the way. I got my fucking degrees and shit right here. B, I got my paperwork right here.
Nigga, this B.
Right back for spring semester. What are you talking about?
Like, nigga, I'm
talking about, nigga.
Bro,
see, that's what I'm talking about. See, the presumptions.
I've not lost the debate.
I'm in pre-law, nigga. I'm in pre-law. All my classes are geared toward law school. What are you saying? Nervous laugh.
I'm saying I missed my call.
Jumpster juice ass niggas, man.
I thought you landed. Did you land your plane, Zion?
If you go into law school, I missed my call.
Now it's gloves off now, man. It's fucking goddamn free for all.
I'm still trying to maintain a show for the audience. That's all. It's getting real hectic and wild. I can't even follow along with anything, and I'm listening as a fan.
How many times has this man tried to cut me off?
He can't.
We both have to. I mean, lead by example. I don't know. What do I say? I don't know what to say to that, though. You're right, though.
I'm not nervous, though. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like you go a long time, and he just tries to ask a question. He just wanted to ask a question. He ain't tried to like give a paragraph.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
I had nigga ramble and shit, bro. I was just asking a question. I need a quick answer so I can ask the next question. But like I say, it's sad. I'm listening, fam. That's again, you tried to frame Asada again. Right. So the question again, back to the origin of the question before you ran down the street somewhere. If we're not framing Asada under a religious principle, and we're not framing her under J. Edgar Hoover's definition of a black Messiah, are you arguing your own definition?
I'm arguing what folks thought back from the 1920s to the 1960s. About black leaders, their love and commitment to
was Father Divine the God incarnate?
No, I would definitely not say that. But again, I already talked about fucking goddamn trying to generalize all of that. You know, the negatives with all
Well, he had a bigger following than a lot of them Ethiopian clowns here in America. What do you mean?
That's not necessarily true. I don't think you know fucking goddamn how deep the motherfucking goddamn Ethiopianism was.
Shit,
I really don't think you know. I don't think you know, bro. I don't think you know. I'm in an organization that was one of the original Ethiopian organizations since 1936. So I know a little bit better than you do, maybe.
No, you don't know, bro. That's the problem here.
WFI local fucking one, nigga. What are you talking about?
At the inception of this debate, you didn't even understand that the context is larger than just simply symbolic black fire.
How large the top
Do
content.
you hear me, fam? We're not
That's
just
the whole
talking.
point that I'm making. You're trying to make me sound like I'm the lineal thinker, and
What
you're
I'm
the
telling you,
lineal
though,
thinker.
fam, listen what I'm telling you. This is where you're stuck at.
Okay, I know you want to try to control the narrative, but go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You do like you do.
I know it hurts, but could you shut your bitch ass
Women,
up?
definitely avoid men like this. Definitely avoid men like
This
this.
is crazy, bro.
They'll talk you out of your panties and do you dirty.
Bro, I don't have to say. You asked me a question so I can step on it. You stupid motherfucker. You're dumb.
Yeah, you stupid motherfucker.
You're dumb.
We can go that way. We can go that way, bitch, nigga.
Why the judges should have already.
I tried to give you some respect. At the end of the day, what you don't like is the fact that I can fucking goddamn rock with the best of them, and you fucking mad about it.
You think you was rocking with me?
Nothing you can do about it.
Rocking with me?
You can do.
Can't even get through this right now.
Yeah,
right now.
nigga, stop it, man. You fucking goddamn humping my leg, man, like a little fucking dog, like a little chihuahua, man. Get off my leg. Man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. How long I gotta wait for the judges
Get
again,
off
bro?
my leg, bro. We did the debate. The debate is over. When the motherfucking judges rule in my favor, don't cry. I don't give a fuck about the audience. I don't give a fuck about your tainted audience. They don't know me. They know you. So, you know how black people are. Black people put loyalty over fucking dignity and integrity.
Were to come back and say,
So it is what it is.
I
Man.
would just
You know what I'm
ask-
saying?
I
I don't
would-
give a fuck about that.
Man,
shit.
I would just ask how.
Listen, B.
I
I'm here.
would crash out and be mad.
Now
but
smush your head in, B. I'm trying to tell you.
I would just ask how.
Tell you the story, man.
How?
That's what I was. The story, nigga. I smushed it. Now you have good argumentation.
How?
Listen,
What
brother,
exactly did he say that swayed the judges?
Listen,
Like,
I am
how?
not, listen, brother, I am not taking nothing from your articulation of speech, your argumentation.
I mean, you
You're
just
very good. Yo, listen, you're good.
Gentlemen, I'm about to interject right here. Okay, look, this show's taking a turn. Hold up. I don't want to have to mute grown men. Let me get back to the questions. I had questions for you guys. I wanted to let you two go back and forth, but it's getting a little. You two are over talking each other, and I can't follow along with what's going on. So if I can't, I'm assuming that the crowd can't.
Well, we
I don't know. It's not. I got you though. Don't worry about it.
We can leave out the lame call.
I'll start with you, Xion. Did your opponent? No, you know what? I'm not going to go there. How did you prepare? How did you prepare for this topic compared to your past debates?
How was I more prepared?
How did you prepare for this topic?
I've done this, like I said, I've done this topic in college. I've done this in sociology and in history, and I did a similar topic in criminology. You know what I'm saying? Which was dealing with the same thing, but from the aspect of the criminal justice system. You know what I'm saying? From that time period. You know what I'm saying? And so I got peer-reviewed papers on this topic. It's not something that I have to necessarily prepare for when all I had to do is clip some of the fucking goddamn articles and sources that I already had since 2024. This is a topic that I gotten motherfucking goddamn Dean's List for. And that's the deal. I've gotten motherfucking goddamn high fucking goddamn honors, you know what I'm saying, doing this fucking goddamn topic. It's one of my biggest topics with history, sociology, and fucking criminal justice. So what you're not gonna do is minimize me when I got a motherfucking goddamn, I got fucking evidence to support my motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? This is scholarship.
And look, fam, shout out to the white man that shook his hand and told him that these were legitimate arguments. Unfortunately, when you bring that shit in front of a black scholar, that shit gonna get stepped on because some of us have been preparing for these arguments for years. He's talking about 2024, and I can take you to this argument being made in 2020 by me. So again, this is not something I had to prepare for. I've been prepared for it. I've been daring somebody to take it. He took it. He's a dead man because of it.
Next question. We'll start with you, Xion, on this one. What message do you want to leave with the viewers after this clash?
Okay, so yeah, don't be a know it ain't ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Try your best to fucking look at the silver lining, you know what I'm saying, at the edge of the clouds, and the oppression, the economic disparity, our people learned how to adapt in a pro-adaptive way, more so than negatively adaptive. We've always done that. That's why we were here first on this motherfucking planet, y'all. And we lived longer than on this planet than white folks have been here. Because we know how to adapt. Now, yes, religion was forced upon our ancestry. Religion and Christianity was forced upon us. And what did we do? We took the potato salad and we put some seasoning in it. Put some soul in it, soul food, nigga. We put our whole ankle in that motherfucker. So what you're not gonna do is motherfucker try to minimize anything that my people did. We fucking put soul in that motherfucker.
Okay.
All right, so the negative in a debate is to do exactly what I did. And so the only reason why he's crying is because he failed to prove his point. When it comes to taking the negative in the debate, yes, your argument is going to be negative. Your understanding of everything coming from you is going to be, no, it ain't. No, it is not. I don't know where he thought he would get a concession from, especially presenting such a weak argument. So the complaint being you were negative while being the negative, again, it just shows the skill levels. And I don't understand, like, where the fucking judge is at, dog? Like, straight up, the skill level here is different. And so because some white man shook your hand and told you did well for him, I'm telling you can't do that with me, fam. You're beneath that white man, your hand you fucking shook. You can't fuck with me intellectually, nigga, and I just showed you. What you talking about?
Well, same question for you that I asked Zion. What message do you want to leave with the viewers? Hold on, am I reading that right? I'm trying to remember it. Yeah, what message do you want to leave with the viewers after this clash?
I'm a debater. I debate topics, and his understanding of this just being a debate, I guess, is limited. You know what I'm saying? Again, the point of saying I can argue the other side of it is you don't know what my actual positions are. You know what I'm saying? You crashing out in your feelings over a topic and you don't even know what position I actually take. I'm still just simply arguing the topic, making sure you understand even now in the post debate, you can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me on this topic and no other. And if you think you can, we can schedule something else after this, nigga. Now go take that college degree shit and talk that shit to somebody who it matter to, because in the ring, on the clock, you couldn't get it done, nigga. You sounded pathetic. Your argument was weak. You didn't even attempt to approach my argument. And like I said, bro, I laid out a criteria from the beginning. You didn't rebut shit. You couldn't reach it. Good luck in your next debate. But you won't advance in this.
Woo, cooking, going in. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you was landing your plane.
I was done.
Oh, okay. I was right on time with it. Next question. We'll start with you, Zion. Do you feel like you dominated tonight, or just do you feel like you dominated tonight, or just survived?
Almost. Let me just say, man, I had this nigga looking like just looking out of the window. Nigga looking like good times and shit over here. Raggedy fucking scholarship, B. On God, be like on some real shit. You thought you was prepared for my argument. All I had to do is come straight. Because at the end of the day, what you cannot prove is that it was not beneficial to us. You're going to try to use fallacy. I pointed out the fallacy arguments over and over and over again. Pointed out the fallacies, the overgeneralization. You know what I'm saying? This is freaking remedial what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I guess we're just having a Dunning-Kruger effect moment. You know what I'm saying? You think that you're brighter than this on me. And the only reason I asserted my fucking degree is because I did papers on it. That's all. He asked me what the fuck goddamn study that I did, you know what I'm saying, to prepare for it. And I'm just saying I really didn't have to do that much. But I gave it some good energy at the end of the day. But, you know, of course, you know, you got to stand on your fucking square, you know what I'm saying, try to save face. Because you think that, you know, that you the fucking bee's knees. And that in itself reflects the fucking goddamn very Judas that you was fucking goddamn demonizing.
Hey Zion, I'd like to ask you this because you just said something. You just sung the lyrics to Good Times. Just looking out of the window. Could you tell me the second line?
The second line is just looking out of the window
Uh-huh.
to me half or
Can you
more.
mute out?
Thinking all the now.
It's silly, man.
I'm just fucking with you, man. It's watching the asphalt grow, man. You good though.
Making a way when you
Uh, I'm,
can't. Just
I'm
a
going to double down on. I'm going to double
radio.
back on you, Zion, and ask you another question.
Don't
What
ask me to sing, nigga. Don't threaten me to a good time.
I'm about to double. I'm about to double back and ask you another question. What's your message to anyone doubting your victory tonight?
Well, you know what I'm saying, and in your heart, you know what I'm saying, that there are things that we might not necessarily have agreed with our forebearers. However, we have to admit that we don't know the circumstances, the conditions that they lived in, that we probably would have had a fit if we had to live in, right? And they did the best with what they could. You know what I'm saying? They took the religion because it was forced upon them. It was deeply embedded into their society, and so all of these things led to a transition of basically revolt and revolution. Change began to happen because we began to challenge, but it started somewhere. And one of the areas where it started was challenging the white narrative of the Christian religion, and then led to what we saw in the 1960s with Black leadership, Black empowerment. You know what I'm saying? The messianic image is not just bound to a person or some religious context. Now it's symbolic for those who would sacrifice themselves and serve their people. That's what it means. You know what I mean? And so, if you don't get that, that's on you, or if your integrity, your loyalty is greater than your integrity because you know somebody, you just deal with that on your own person. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat that, not me. Because I'm honest. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. And I'm not going to fucking, my loyalty does not supersede my fucking integrity.
Same question to you, Taz. What's your message to anyone doubting your victory tonight?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't need to redefine Messiah every couple minutes to make it fit my narrative or any of that. I mean, it was just quite simple. I put all of this on a timeline for you to see exactly how, from the time we left the plantation, the Bible was put in front of you. And so we were primed and ready for a Black Messiah movement to kind of take advantage of Black people. And then in that, understanding that, Black people are susceptible to religion, people started taking advantage. And like I would argue again, it just never stopped. People always took advantage. It's not a misnomer. It's not a sometimes thing. It's always. It's every time you're going to find people in each decade, every year, somebody taking advantage of Black people based on their spirituality or the chase of religion. And that is not beneficial. And so again, I would have liked for him to have argued some actual tangible benefits, but he just didn't, fam. So yeah, I don't see what nobody else could have saw that would even put him in the context of winning.
Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
What's smoke and mirrors?
What you just said, everything you just said.
I mean, we could do it again, fam. We could joust one more time.
Down, B. You know, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, nigga.
You're running.
Who's running? I'm saying we can do this.
Okay, so again, I'll ask you one more time.
It's funny because that's my next question. Should your opponent even get a rematch after this? I'll start with Zion.
Absolutely. I'm not about fucking, like, even if I feel, and I do, you know what I'm saying, feel like I totally demolished him because, empirically, you know what I'm saying, we know that there's only evidence that one was beneficial. as opposed to less beneficial than the others opposed option, which never existed. We don't have that as a model to look at because it didn't exist. It doesn't exist. It never will. History is done. And we are here. And your ability to voice your opinion and even challenge religion, which is fine, B. I'm not taking that right away from you. That is your right how to define your world and your purpose and your meaning in life. You know what I'm saying? However, you wouldn't have got here if it wasn't for the niggas that said Jesus black. Because that's all they had was Jesus. So that's my point. What you're not going to do is continue to try to force this narrative that I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the very base level fucking goddamn revolutionary act of going against the status quo began a revolution of going against the status quo entirely, even against religion, even against Christianity. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those niggas.
Same question to you, Taz. Should your opponent even get a rematch after this?
No, he's fucking dumb and slow, and he still don't understand that blackface fucking Jesus didn't change the conditions within the black community. Therefore, they were ignoring their experiences, getting on their knees and praying to God for another 100 fucking years like they're praying now. The same way mega churches are ran, which is why I showed you the UNIA as the first black mega church, and this weak debater never contested it or challenged it. This is why I don't understand why the conversation about the judges and whatnot continues. How are they not done yet? You talking about spoiling the whale? Yes, it's time to do that. Where's the decision, fam? How close are they?
I'll send the link over as soon as I started this stream, man. I sent the link over as soon as I started this stream. I'm not even assuming that they're going to watch it tonight. I'm assuming they're going to start tomorrow. And again, I don't have my judges watch the debate live because I don't want them influenced by the live chat. I want complete unbiased as much as I can. I want a controlled system. Zion, I'm the host.
Hard stuff, brother.
Yeah, I don't send my judges to debate live to watch. I don't want them influenced by the live chat, people hedging the debate, things like that. I'm just trying to run a tight show, man. I don't know. I took a lot I've only been doing this a little over 90 days, probably like 100 days. My channel has been up. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. Before I started this, what I did was I took notes from all the debaters all around because I was debating for like 2 years. And I wrote down everything that they said that they didn't like about the leagues and the platforms that they were on. And those were the first things that I started working on when I started this. So I just tried to, tighten everything up. Next question. Where am I at? Okay, back over here. We'll start with you, Taz. You've been in some wars. Where does this one rank for you?
Near the bottom, for real. Because, like I say, the argumentation is just not up to par. If we're talking the 1920s and 30s Black Messiah movement, but can't actually stick with that argument and talk about what it led to in terms of religion, and then you try to take, let's say, the Black Panthers as opposed to the Black church, fam, it's horrible argumentation. And so, nah, fam, this is down toward the lower end because, like, what I came prepared for, the expectation for that wasn't even met. You know what I'm saying? Like it's somewhat lower than what I expected. And a lot of that has to do with the weak argumentation and unwillingness to leave this paradigm where J. Edgar Hoover frames what a Black Messiah is for us. J. Edgar Hoover determines that. And again, I really think he ran from the point he was trying to make in the face-off. Because if you listen back, he was pointing to Albert Klieg and he was pointing to that movie in The Black Messiah and whatnot, but they only got a brief mention. And I think it's because he got destroyed in the face-off on that point, so he had to change his argumentation. And even still, like I told him in the face-off, I'm going to walk you down on every point you make. You're not just going to take the Black Panthers and say, yeah, it was because of the Black Messiah movement that the Black Panthers came about. No, it's not. No, they are tied to the Black church. They are tied to religious movements like Dr. Martin Luther King. I wouldn't take that away, but you're not getting people who fought on the streets. Dr. King and that group fought against the people who were on the streets. They didn't like the Fred Hamptons. They didn't like the Black Panthers. Dr. King said that Black power was too dangerous for Black people. And so when you start making these arguments based on, okay, well, the Black Messiah now is at odds with one another. Even within the Black Messiah memo from J. Edgar Hoover, what names are in there? Elijah and Malcolm. But Elijah oversaw Malcolm's death. So that means the fucking Black Messiahs are killing each other. And I'm not in agreement with the celebration of such.
Same question for you, Zion. Let me pull you up on the big screen. You've been in some wars as well. I believe your record is 35 and what? Say that again. Am I muted or something? Can you hear me, Zion?
No, I hear you.
50 and 6, nigga.
50 and 6. That's your record?
Yeah.
Okay, you've definitely been in some wars. Yeah. Where does this one rank for you?
I would say with the level of dignity that has been shown towards the end, I would say this is in a lower 3. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in some good debates. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how our positions were, we didn't have to minimize or dehumanize. You know what I'm saying? So that shows a level of social intelligence, which really is the base level of human intelligence, like is learning how to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being a troll and a fucking goddamn sadist, you know, disrespectful, trying to incite, you know what I'm saying, emotional conflict, minimizing, dehumanizing, dismissive tactics. That cult leaders do. I study this as well, very much.
Hey, get up on your mic a little bit.
Hey, Rain. Hey, Rain. Chill, child. I've only been running this league 90 days. And I haven't even had 50 debates on my channel. So
what are you talking about?
I think I've had about 5 or 6.
What do you mean?
No, go ahead. No,
I can't hear you clearly.
The behaviors of cult leaders.
Suave said he can't hear you.
You can't hear me, bro?
Can I respond to what he already said?
No,
bro?
I haven't. I'm not done, bro. Come on, B. Stop being fucking goddamn overzealous.
Though, bro. Like,
stop being overzealous, bro. I know you want to fucking goddamn swing your D. I'm good, bro. We good.
You ain't no victim, though.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever, B.
Shot at my chat.
So at the end of the day, like I was saying, y'all, you know what I'm saying? These kind of behaviors are not necessary. You know what I'm saying? It actually shows a lack of social competence. You know what I'm saying? Conflict resolution is a part of being socially intelligent. Okay. So when we're talking about these things, just remind you that we're talking to somebody who is trying to create a negative outcome. Watch the behaviors, watch the argumentation. Okay. This is what some people do. Some people are always on the negative. Why? Because their prefrontal cortex is leaning.
He thought that shit was fire. Now watch this. This stupid motherfucker don't realize I came into the debate on the negative. So of course I'm negative. When it comes to you taking a shot at my chat, your stupid ass probably didn't realize that was going to incite me more than anything you could have said. So you started it by calling the people from my chat names for no reason. And I just responded to the same energy that you gave out to my supporters for simply supporting me in a debate where you failed to make your point.
They were being despicable towards
Why,
me
baby?
before I even opened my mouth. Nigga.
Because you can't
Before I
debate.
even open my mouth, these
Can't
niggas
debate.
are nasty.
Because you can't debate.
Okay,
Look
so
at
that's
the-
why I don't give a fuck. No, because you are a fucking goddamn nigga with a
Come on, decorum, gentlemen. And I always advise debaters never to look at the chat during the debate. You should be locked in. You should be focused.
I went there at the end and I saw the fucking in the beginning and before the fucking goddamn, you know what I'm saying, towards the end, I went and checked it out.
You're just not that good.
Despicable, childish niggerisms. And I'm going to say it again. I don't give a fuck about your audience, nigga.
Chris Harris was in
Next
the chat.
question, and let's tighten up. I know a few ladies said that they were having kids watching.
Chris Harris was in the chat.
Yeah, Chris Harris was in the chat cheering for you. You ain't hear me make the most valuable player reference? That's what you do to weak ass niggas who go in the chat and talk shit. You're incapable of that. You don't think on your heels. You're slow. That's why I said the white man that handed you the degree is beneath me, nigga. A white man gave your
nigga, I know Chris Harris. They ain't got nothing. That ain't nothing new. I you know what I'm saying? Me and him have disagreed and agreed on shit. What that got to do with the price of cannabis? I'm talking about the niggas that came directly from your chat, nigga, talking fucking all kinds of spicy shit.
Right.
So it's all good, my dude. It's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' integrity is not as important as their loyalty, and that's what it is.
Took a shot at him on the clock.
So whatever, bro.
Don't wait till the debate.
I don't give a fucking shit about what you got to say, nigga.
Your skirt show
I've seen the evidence of your fucking character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all over YouTube. Niggas be talking about you, nigga.
Go greatest.
The goat of what?
And just so everybody knows, this is
mad now, nigga. Go to making niggas mad. The goat of nigga. Greatest nigga that ever make a nigga mad on YouTube, nigga.
And just so
niggas mad
decorum,
now,
gentlemen, decorum. And just so everybody knows, to all of Taz's chat, this is a 16-man tournament. There's a $500 grand prize. The winner of each round will be receiving $50 on the road to the finals. So just run that bag up, gentlemen. You know, the stakes are high, and yeah, it's going. Next question. Only have a few more, and then we're going to wrap this up. We'll start with you, Zion. Did this debate challenge or strengthen your personal perspective?
Always strengthens, B, because you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, content of character. You know what I'm saying? That's what the whole thing is about. And humility, you know what I'm saying? Humbleness, respect, mutual respect, reciprocity are base level motherfucking goddamn behaviors of people who live in a social environment, people who are anarchists, you know what I'm saying, nihilistic, you know what I'm saying, self-destructive as well as destructive to others. You know what I'm saying? They attract those kinds of people, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is a compromised prefrontal cortex. You know what I'm saying? No less than somebody who's overly religious on one side of the brain. On the other side of the brain is motherfuckers who are totally disillusioned. And their behaviors show it. And that's all I got to say.
Same question for you, Taz. Did this debate strengthen? Wait, hold on. Sorry about that. Did this debate strengthen or challenge your personal perspective?
Strengthened it. Once again, it's difficult to have these debates with people who just don't want to acknowledge the truth when it's put in front of them. If you think you can discount the history of the people that I showed you in this video, I challenge you to research them, each and every one, because within a 12-minute round, I can't really explain who Prophet Jones was. I can't explain who Father Divine was. I can't really get in depth into why it's problematic that Jim Jones studied up under them and then came up with his ideology that led to Black people following that shit. Or whether the same with Heaven's Gate and Waco and every other cult that Black people actually follow. To acknowledge that people on YouTube who just disagree with your stupidity and lack of ability to make an argument, you can call them a cult, but you can't acknowledge Heaven's Gate. You can't acknowledge Jim Jones. You can't acknowledge Waco. You can't acknowledge that black people follow religion into those cults. That's why I say I still cook you on the way out this motherfucker, because you're dumb. You're slow. You can't compete. This tournament better be better full of fucking debaters than him, because he don't have it. And he talk a lot of shit. And if this is who the fuck y'all got to offer as one of the best, this is not going to be a good outcome. For real. This nigga sad.
You saying it sound like easy money, huh?
For real.
All right. Did I ask? Yeah, I asked Xion that question. We only got 3 more, and then we'll wrap this up. I'll double back on you, Taz. What did you learn about your opponent's understanding of the topic?
That he still don't have one. That in the face-off, if you go back and listen, I tried to establish parameters for the debate. He crashed out as opposed to listening to my understanding of what the Black Messiah movement of the 1920s and 30s is. It's not some simple symbolic context of a Black Messiah formed and shaped through the mind of J. Edgar Hoover. I have a true understanding of a contextual, literal Messiah chasing when it comes to Haile Selassie and others after him. So some of that Black Messiah of the 1920s and 30s should have been dealt with in the face-off, but he didn't even want to listen to my understanding of it, which leads us here to where now he's not even understanding what we're debating because he does not want to acknowledge the entirety of my conversation about it. He's limited.
Same question for you, Xion. What did you learn about your opponent's understanding of the topic?
Well, basically I learned that, he's a gaslighter, and he actually acquiesced. Just understand what he said before, that he would actually be able to argue the other point because he had to argue the negative here. And so he argued the negative because that was his position in the debate. That does not necessarily mean he does not have or pose his own theories that might have found some positive outcomes. But right now, he has to argue what he has to argue. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But why admit it? Because what that does is really impeach you. You know what I'm saying? And your honesty or lack thereof, because you had to argue the negative. So, it's all good, man. I deal with character as well, because character has a lot to do with somebody's integrity and their intelligence. Emotional intelligence. Sometimes I crash out, but I do it on purpose because people love it when I crash out. It makes the show fucking exciting. You know what I'm saying? But, however, in this situation, I still didn't have to try to dehumanize and attack the character, to try to minimize their argument, because at the end of the day, all we have to prove the benefits and the malfeasance is what we have. And that's the Black Messiah movement, nothing else. Nothing that he's posing actually poses a reality that we can quantify. It's not there. It's a fantasy. It is just as epistemistically dogmatic as any other ideology saying that if we believe in the salvation of Jesus Christ and profess his name, and somehow we will be saved from sins we ain't even commit. That's what it is. I'm not done, my dude. I'm not done.
I know, but
let me. If you talk over me, you give me another fucking goddamn.
I want to interject and ask a question.
Give me another 30 seconds every time you talk over me. That's what it should be, right?
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't do that to you, bro.
No doubt.
And that shows a lack of decorum as well. Emotional intelligence, y'all. We're over fucking goddamn emotionalism and a premise based on just being on the negative. I'm done, y'all.
Like I say, so when you make these claims of what I did or didn't do in the debate, I'm going to challenge it. And so I know you're incapable of doing that because I've told you several times where you failed at and why you didn't have a shot. But see, when you try that
low blows,
rejecting.
Low blows again.
Yes, fam.
Low blows again, my brother.
Like, yes.
Why do you have to minimize me, bro? Well, why is it necessary to try to minimize me as a human being and as an intellectual?
Why was it? Why was
you
it
don't?
necessary
When I
to
got
make my
degrees and you don't. When I got an actual diploma, not a GED, and you probably don't.
Right, you're
You
indoctrinated.
probably don't, bro. I
well.
never got kicked off of YouTube or any
follow
other
people well.
social media platform
I
because
don't follow people
I am
well.
socially intelligent.
Sure.
And you're not.
Sure.
You're not, bro. You're not. You're not intelligent.
Like,
you're not emotionally intelligent, my dude.
And that's the person.
And that's the problem here.
But I thought
you are no different than a motherfucking nigga who would try to manipulate the people by any means. Like you're trying to motherfucking goddamn denigrate the whole entire. You are not a black messiah. You're a Judas. You're a straight Judas, nigga.
I don't buy it.
What we don't have to do, my nigga, is dehumanize each other, my brother.
Listen to him.
No, I don't think your afro is big enough to talk to me, nigga.
He hurt.
You ain't raising your black fist high enough because somehow you sound like a coon ass fucking no it ain't ass nigga.
I mean, I'm gonna just let you talk.
I'm just like, yo, I'm disgusted.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna cut him off. Hey, one, let him know we on Roku.
You a fucking child, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Bro, why would you pass the mic to somebody else, bro? After this bitch ass nigga just tried me, bro.
Fuck up, bitch. Still have the mic, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. That's how it's gonna be. Yo, A1, you heard him, right?
All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. This is a wrap, folks. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's been a beautiful day, and I want to make sure I definitely have a beautiful night. We're going to go to a few words from our sponsors, and I appreciate everybody who joined and tapped in. You know, I support those who support me. So if y'all are rocking with me, I'm rocking with y'all to the fullest. Don't be scared to reach out. I'm an easy guy to contact, and if you need any help with anything, just holler at me.
And we on Roku.
And we on Roku. Let me go ahead to a word from our sponsors. Can't hear nothing. There we go.
In every debate, there's power, passion, and purpose. Titans Debate League isn't just a podcast. It's a movement, a place where big ideas collide and voices that matter are heard. But to keep this arena alive, we need you in our corner. Your support through Cash App isn't just a donation. It's an investment in truth, in dialogue, and in community. Every dollar helps us bring sharper debates, stronger guests, and bigger opportunities for growth. And here's the best part. When you give, you're not just supporting us. You're standing tall as part of the Titan family. We see you, we value you, and we appreciate you. So if you've ever felt inspired, challenged, or entertained by what we do, show some love and send your support to $ Titans Debate League at Cash App today. Again, that's $ Titans Debate League at Cash App today. Together, let's keep this debate alive, keep the fire burning, and keep the Titans rising. Have a blessed day.
Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the Tigers. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the Titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets.
Yes, we are on Roku for everybody who was asking. You know, Roku make the TVs. They got the app. Shout out G1 NBC. Shout out my team.
Sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down.
And big congratulations to Emmanuel, to Big Hemi, and to Honey Clark. They both received their $50 payment per the judges' results, and will be advancing to round 2 of the tournament. This is Coliseum of Arguments, where Titans become legends, and I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in today. We're going to end with the song by Connie's Son. You can check him out on all platforms.
Family all around me. Family all around me. My family. she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, we are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they get feeling, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
These are not just speakers. These are thinkers, forged in fire. Warriors of words stepping into destiny. Welcome to the Coliseum of arguments, where logic clashes with conviction and ideas spill like blood in the sand. 16 titans, 16 minds, one path to immortality. They come seeking truth, they fight for redemption, they burn for revenge. Featuring the intellectual elite of the Titans Debate League. Every round a new war, every word a new weapon. Every titan ready to fall or rise in glory. This is not debate, this is combat. Step into the Coliseum of arguments. Only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained? It's official. I've been hired as a recruiter for a major broadcasting company partnered with Roku. And guess what? We're on the hunt for the next wave of content creators, dynamic shows, and fresh ideas. Are you bringing positive energy, unique voices, and new material the world needs to see? This is your chance to shine. Don't sit on your talent. Let it stream to millions. Email me today, titansdebateleague@gmail.com, and step into the spotlight. The future of broadcasting is calling. Will you answer?
In a dimension where infinity gauntlet is a mere toy compared to the intellectual prowess, build and destroy the cipher. Intellectual sword will slice ya, or whatever the fight you recommend. Surgical, precise pin, hand get heated, the room will spin. If man get treated, them booms gon' spin. Level heads with feet, paradigm to box you in. Got a paradigms in the box you in, make a paradigm shift, your clock won't spin. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. It's the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet.
In every debate, there's power, passion, and purpose. Titans Debate League isn't just a podcast. It's a movement, a place where big ideas collide and voices that matter are heard. But to keep this arena alive, we need you in our corner. Your support through Cash App isn't just a donation. It's an investment in truth, in dialogue, and in community. Every dollar helps us bring sharper debates, stronger guests, and bigger opportunities for growth. And here's the best part. When you give, you're not just supporting us. You're standing tall as part of the Titan family. We see you, we value you, and we appreciate you. So if you've ever felt inspired, challenged, or entertained by what we do, show some love and send your support to $ Titans Debate League at Cash App today. Again, that's $ Titans Debate League at Cash App today. Together, let's keep this debate alive, keep the fire burning, and keep the Titans rising. Have a blessed day.
Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the Titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the Titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we storming. This the clash of the Titans. It's the clash of the Titans.